Hey there, this is Mrs. J. This is going to be the third part of your pegboard toy creation. So you should have a completed round peg, square peg, the pegboard top or the pegboard itself, and an assembly file. So if you go into Onshape and you click on your IED folder and then open up your pegboard folder, you'll see this pegboard toy. When you click on that, if you go to the assembly file, you should see these three parts. If you don't have these created already, please go back to the first and second pegboard toy videos, practice videos. Can't say that 3 times fast. Today, we're going to come over here to back to the irregular instructions. We have finished the assembly here, as we just saw. And now we're going to add the ends using a dado joint, which looks like this. It's a nice big letter C. We're going to make one, very simple, using the line tool, and then we will bring it in twice in the assembly, and that'll be it for this video. So line tool, add all these dimensions, and then extrude. All right, so let's come down to here. We're in here. You should see round peg, square peg, pegboard, and assembly. You probably don't have these yet. I was just trying to practice. So we're going to come over to the bottom left, hit the plus sign. It says Insert New Element. And we're going to create a part studio, just like we did before. Each part has its own place to live down here in the folder. We're going to right-click once that pops up. It's a different shade. Right-click, rename, and we're going to call this End, E-N-D, enter. We're going to work on the front plane today, so pick Sketch from the top left, click Front, right on the plane, and then come over to your left side and hide by clicking on each of the eyes. Come all the way across your screen to the right side and click the word Front. This puts this right in front of you. Okay, we're going to take the Line tool, top left, Line tool. We're going to start at the origin. I'm going to get a little closer. Click. Drag to the right, make sure that you're straight. So see that dash that pops up right below my plus sign? That means I'm horizontal. If I go on an angle, the dash goes away. See the difference? No dash, dash. That's a horizontal constraint. Left click, 0.75, enter. You should still be in the line tool, but if you happen to have exited it, you just come up here and click it again. But otherwise it stays on your mouse, so you can use it. I'm scrolling my mouse wheel to move out so that I can see better. I want to go upwards, and I really can't reach 4 inches up, which is as far as I need to go. So I'm just going to click up a little bit, make sure I see that dash on the right side for a vertical constraint. Left click, and type in 4 for inches. If it goes off your screen like it did on mine, know that your line tool is still connected. So you want to zoom out so you can see it. Or I'm going to escape. I'm going to press the center of my mouse, and then I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me. I can also hit the front button. It'll put it right in front of me. That front button over here on the right side puts it right in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to move my dimensions over so that you can see them better. You do not have to do that. 0.75 and 4. I'm going to go back up to my line tool. Click right where I left off that dot. Make sure I'm on it. It makes a square around it. And I'm going to go to the left until I see that dashed line pull up. I also see horizontal and vertical constraints together. So it's 0.75. I don't have to dimension it because I see the dashed. Left click. I'm going to come down a little bit, not all the way, making sure I see that vertical constraint, that dashed line coming up. And I'm going to left click. I'm not going to worry about the dimension just yet. I'm going to pull to the right, make sure that it's straight. I have a perpendicular constraint popping up on my screen there. And then left click, come straight down, left click, come across until you see the dashed line, and you also see that you have perpendicular constraint and vertical constraint. You see them popping up there. They go away when I dip away. So I want to be straight. That's all I'm trying to do. And then left click to get it all the way down to your origin. And let me just get that in front of you. Escape on my keyboard. Always escape so you get out of the tools. So you're not putting random lines everywhere. Okay, so we need to dimension this because I just threw it together, but I needed the basic shape. So 0.75, 4, I know the top is 0.75 because it matches this. So we're just going to get into here. All right, first things first, dimension tool. It's up on the top center. It moves around if you're not in full screen or you're in smaller screen. So look for that symbol. It looks like a bat signal. I'm going to come from this line right here, and I'm going to left click it. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to left click the bottom line. It gives me the space in between. It's an odd spot to work, but that's what I want. It needs to be 3. Then I need this spot right here. I'm going to click this. I need it to be 0.75. So that should make it go down, because if this is 3, it can't push it up out of the way. That's why I did it in that order. 3.75 is this one. You see it's blue right now because it's the last thing I did. And then I just need one more dimension for these 2 lines. I'm just going to click one of them and the other one will follow along. So I'm going to click in here. I'm going to drag up. See where I clicked? Right here. Just drag up just to get off the object so you can see it better. And it's 0.375. I'm going to drag that dimension over here so you can read it better. Okay, so I'm 0.75, 4 inches, 0.375, 3.75. And that's it. You can close your sketch there by clicking the green check mark. Now it says to extrude the end 3 inches. So I like to rotate, right click, rotate a little bit. Find extrusion. So up here it looks like an accordion. It does not matter which direction you go for this object, but click somewhere in the body of it. And you can go forward or back. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. 3 inches. I typed it in the depth. And I click the green check mark. Okay. If I put front, you see it right in front of you. If I rotate, you see the rest. Okay, so let's open up the color, appearance, and then we're going to double click on this blue line here to give you the appearance palette. I'm just going to left click all the way across my object, and I think they made theirs green. That's a little dark. So I left clicked, and when you drag across your object, it colors everything. Pick a color, make your own colors, have a blast, and click the green check mark. Play with the mixer, have fun with it. You can do whatever you want. And then click. Okay, so that is done. Close the appearance panel. Now we just have to come down to the assembly. Since we made the end right in our regular file, let's come to your assembly. Come up to insert. I just left click to get in here. Insert. And then you'll see it pop up in your current document. You won't have the handle and the mallet yet. I made those. We're going to make them in the next video. Promise. Click on end. Bring it in. Bring it away from the object. Give yourself some room to work. And then you have to do it one more time. And this one I'm going to put over here. So left and right, but still away so I can move. Close that up. And then we'll bring this down here. Okay, nice easy joint. We're going to use the fastened mate joint. It looks like this. Fastened mate. I'm going to click that. Now whenever I'm clicked in a constraint, the box comes up and anything I touch can be constrained. So I don't want to click on any object while I'm trying to rotate my work. So I'm going to right click in a blank space. I'm going to get inside this guy. It takes some manipulation. Make sure you're really flat. See that centroid? That little crash W symbol up there? Yeah, I want that. Nice and flat. You see the words changed in here. Don't worry about the numbers, but the words. If the words aren't there, you didn't catch it. And I'm going to rotate around again, being careful to stay in my blank spaces. I want the side of this. Rotate a little bit more, so make sure we're exact. Click that. Click the green check next to solve. It should be flush. If it doesn't fit, you may have to check your dimensions in your sketches. Okay, this one's a little tricky. So I'm going to close my mate. Close it. I'm going to click on this object and it gives me all these arrows. I'm going to find the arrow that lets me rotate, and it looks like it's this one. So you just have to practice with this. Turn it around in the right direction and then click away. Fasten mate. Get in the center. Got the words. Rotate in the empty space. Get in the center. Click the green check mark. Close your mate. Hit isometric and admire your work. Good job. Thanks for tuning in.